The wealth mindset, unlocking your path to prosperity. Are you ready to unlock the secret to building real, lasting wealth? What if I told you that your mindset, not just your bank balance or your investment knowledge, is the most powerful tool you can use to create the life you've always dreamed of? That's right. The way you think about money shapes your entire financial future. It influences every decision you make, from how you save to how you spend to how you invest. And here's the kicker: most people never realize it. They get caught up in the cycle of doing what they're told about money, following generic advice without ever questioning their own beliefs about wealth. But here's the truth: your mindset is everything. And that's what we're going to dive deep into today. We're not just talking about wealth in terms of numbers or dollars and cents, but in terms of the way you think, feel, and approach life itself. Imagine this for a second. You wake up in the morning, the sun is rising, and the world is full of opportunities. You're not worried about bills, you're not stressed about credit card payments, you're not checking your bank account every 5 minutes wondering if you'll have enough to make it through the month. You wake up feeling free to dream, free to plan, free to act. How does that sound? It's possible, but it starts with a shift. A shift in the way you see money, a shift in the way you view wealth, and most importantly, a shift in the way you think about yourself and your future. This isn't about winning the lottery. This is about creating a life where prosperity flows naturally because you've aligned your thoughts, actions, and intentions with abundance. So where do we start? We begin with the most important yet often overlooked part of the wealth equation: your mindset. You've probably heard the saying, money doesn't grow on trees. Maybe you've been told wealth is for the lucky few, or you have to work hard to get rich. These phrases, passed down from generation to generation, shape the way we think about money without us even realizing it, and they can hold us back. Now pause for a moment and really think: what do you believe about money? Do you see it as something scarce, something that's hard to come by? Or do you see it as something abundant, something that can be created with the right mindset and the right actions? You see, those beliefs you hold about money have a direct impact on your financial reality. The wealthy don't think of money the same way most people do. They don't see it as a limited resource, something that can only be earned by working longer hours or getting lucky. They see money as a tool, an asset that can be leveraged to create more opportunities, more wealth, and more freedom. The first step on the path to prosperity is letting go of those limiting beliefs. Those old ideas that hold you back, like money is the root of all evil, or I'll never be rich. These thoughts aren't helping you. They're keeping you stuck in a cycle of mediocrity. What if you flipped the script? What if instead of thinking money is something to fear, you saw it as something that can enhance your life and the lives of others? What if money in the right hands could be a powerful tool for good? Let's break it down. Wealth isn't just about accumulating stacks of cash. True wealth comes from having the freedom to live life on your own terms, to make choices based on what you value most. It's about having the ability to live without constant worry, to know that you've got your financial future secured. But here's the catch: this isn't something that happens overnight. It's a journey, and like any worthwhile journey, it requires time, effort, and most importantly, patience. Think of wealth building as planting seeds in a garden. You don't just throw a bunch of seeds into the ground and expect them to grow overnight. You plant the seeds, nurture them, and over time they begin to flourish. The same goes for your wealth. Every small, intentional action you take, whether it's saving a portion of your income, learning about investments, or simply shifting your mindset toward abundance, adds up. And before you know it, you've built something meaningful. But where do you begin? For most people, it starts with the decision to take control of their financial future. They stop waiting for things to just happen and start making proactive choices. They realize that wealth doesn't come from being lucky, it comes from being intentional. The wealthy understand that their financial success is the result of their daily habits, their mindset, and their ability to make smart, calculated decisions. Let's talk about habits for a moment. If you want to build wealth, you have to start by building wealth-building habits. This is where most people fall short. They think that wealth comes from hitting the jackpot or finding a get-rich-quick scheme. But true wealth is built over time through small, consistent actions. It starts with saving. Now, don't roll your eyes. Yes, saving is critical, but I'm not talking about saving just to have a little bit of money in case something happens. I'm talking about saving with purpose. Saving for the future you want to create. When you save, you're not just putting money in a bank account, you're planting the seeds for your financial future. Every dollar you save is a step closer to your dream life. Next, we get into investing. You've probably heard that investing is where the real wealth is made, and it's true to a certain extent. But here's where people get it wrong. Investing isn't about gambling. It's not about picking stocks based on hype or emotions. It's about understanding the principles of risk and reward and using those principles to make smart, calculated decisions. Investing is a tool that can work in your favor, but only if you approach it with the right mindset. If you view investing as a way to get rich quick, you're setting yourself up for failure. If you approach it with patience and a long-term perspective, you're setting yourself up for success. The wealthy know that the key to building lasting wealth is time. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. But here's what most people don't realize. Investing isn't just about stocks and bonds. It's about assets, things that can generate income or appreciate in value over time. Real estate, for example, is one of the most reliable wealth-building assets. But it's not just about buying property. It's about understanding the market, the trends, and the opportunities that exist within it. As you grow in your wealth-building journey, you'll start to see that money isn't just about dollars and cents. It's about freedom. Freedom to live life on your terms, freedom to make decisions based on what matters most to you. And it's about understanding the psychology of money. Why do we make the financial decisions we do? Why do some people spend their money on things they don't need, while others save and invest for the future? The psychology of money is a powerful force. It shapes our behaviors, our attitudes, and our beliefs about wealth. And understanding it is key to unlocking your path to prosperity. When you begin to recognize the patterns in your own financial behaviors, you can start to make smarter decisions. You can start to break free from the cycle of debt and scarcity and step into a mindset of abundance. But let me tell you, the journey isn't always easy. There will be setbacks. There will be times when it feels like you're not making progress. But here's the thing, those moments are the true test. Will you quit or will you keep going? Will you let one bad investment, one bad decision hold you back from your dreams? Or will you use that as fuel to keep pushing forward? This is where the true power of your mindset comes into play. Your mindset will determine whether you give up after the first setback or whether you push through and come out stronger on the other side. Remember, it's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it and using it as a stepping stone to success. So what's the next step on your path to prosperity? It's time to take action. Start by shifting your mindset. Start seeing money as a tool for freedom, not a source of stress. Start saving with purpose. Start investing wisely. And most importantly, start believing that you have the power to build the wealth and life you desire. And this, my friend, is where everything changes. As you continue on this journey, remember this: wealth is a mindset. And once you unlock that mindset, the world is your oyster. Your path to prosperity has already begun. All you have to do is take the next step. You see, the journey to wealth isn't just about the numbers. It's about the decisions you make along the way. It's about understanding the rhythm of wealth building and how each step you take is like a beat in a song. Each action, no matter how small it may seem, adds to the larger symphony of your financial future. Now let's dive deeper into the idea of building wealth through daily decisions. You've already heard that saving and investing are key, but there's something equally important that often gets overlooked: how you spend your money. Yes, I said it, your spending habits. Most people don't realize this, but how you manage your expenses has a direct impact on your ability to build wealth. Think about this for a moment. Every time you make a purchase, you're either investing in your future or draining your resources. That cup of coffee, that latest fashion item, that impulse buy, it all adds up. This doesn't mean you should deny yourself the pleasures of life. No, it's about being mindful of where your money goes. It's about prioritizing your needs and your long-term goals over short-term desires. When you adopt this mindset, your spending habits will begin to reflect your values and ultimately help you achieve financial freedom. Here's where it gets interesting. Many people spend money based on emotions, fear, desire, or stress. They might splurge when they're feeling down, or they might convince themselves that they deserve a treat after a hard day. But here's the truth: emotional spending is one of the biggest wealth destroyers. It's not that you shouldn't enjoy life or treat yourself from time to time, but when you let your emotions dictate your spending, you're trading your future freedom for momentary pleasure. Now, I'm not here to tell you to stop spending altogether. Life is for living, but ask yourself before you make that next purchase: is this truly adding value to my life? Is this investment aligning with my goals, my values, my path to prosperity? If the answer is yes, then go ahead and enjoy. If the answer is no, then you've just made a wealth-building decision by choosing to hold off. It's these small, seemingly insignificant choices that compound over time, and before you know it, they've made a massive impact on your financial journey. Let's move on to one of the most critical aspects of wealth building, risk management. When we talk about investing, we can't ignore the importance of understanding risk. Wealth isn't just about making money, it's about managing the risks you take in order to protect and grow your wealth. Here's a concept that every successful investor knows. Wealth is not made by avoiding risk, but by understanding it. Every investment carries some level of risk, whether it's the stock market, real estate, or even starting your own business. The key isn't to avoid risk, but to take calculated risks. The wealthy understand this. They don't make emotional decisions based on fear or excitement. Instead, they carefully assess the risk, understand the potential rewards, and make informed choices. They diversify their assets, ensuring that their wealth isn't tied to one source, and they're always prepared for market fluctuations. You see, the stock market, real estate, or even small businesses, they all offer incredible opportunities, but they also come with risks. And you need to be prepared for the possibility that things may not always go according to plan. But that's okay, because if you understand risk and how to mitigate it, you'll find that setbacks are just temporary. They're stepping stones on the path to success. Remember, every failure is just another lesson. The key is to learn, adapt, and keep moving forward. And that brings us to the concept of long-term thinking. The wealthiest individuals don't think in terms of weeks or months, they think in decades. They make decisions today with the future in mind. They plant seeds that may not sprout for years, but when they do, the rewards are exponential. This is why they focus on building assets, things that will appreciate in value over time. They're not chasing after quick wins. They're in it for the long haul. But here's what most people don't understand. Long-term thinking isn't about being patient, it's about being strategic. It's about making decisions today that will benefit you for years to come. And that's the kind of mindset that leads to lasting wealth. The truth is, the majority of people will never build true wealth because they lack patience and vision. They're so focused on immediate gratification that they overlook the long-term benefits of smart saving, investing, and planning. Now let's talk about wealth-building habits again, but in a slightly different light. You've probably heard about things like budgeting, managing debt, and sticking to a savings plan. These are all important, yes, but it's more than that. Wealth building is about developing a mindset of abundance in every aspect of your life. It's about developing the habit of growth. The wealthy are constantly learning. They read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, and most importantly, they're always looking for new opportunities to grow their wealth. This isn't just about money, it's about personal growth. The more you learn, the more you understand how money works, the more empowered you become to make decisions that benefit you in the long run. This is what sets the wealthy apart from the rest. They never stop growing. So what does this mean for you? It means you have to be relentless in your pursuit of knowledge. Don't just stop at what you think you know. Read about new investment strategies, learn about the psychology of money, stay informed about market trends, and most importantly, be open to new ideas. The more you learn, the more you'll realize that wealth is about creating opportunities, not waiting for them to come to you. As we approach the end of this journey, I want to leave you with one final thought. Building wealth is not about being perfect. It's not about having all the answers or never making mistakes. It's about making progress, taking action, and learning from each step you take. It's about adopting the mindset that every action, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture of your life. And over time, those small actions will compound into something truly extraordinary. Your path to prosperity has already begun. It's already in motion. The only question now is, what will you do with it? Will you continue to make decisions based on scarcity and fear, or will you embrace a mindset of abundance and possibility? Will you take control of your financial future or let life dictate your wealth? The choice is yours. But remember this, true wealth isn't about what you have today, it's about what you create tomorrow. And the power to create that future starts with the mindset you cultivate today. So take a moment, reflect on where you are, think about where you want to be. And then take that next step, however small it may seem, because your journey to wealth has only just begun. As you take that next step, remember this, the path to wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. It's not about the flashy moments or the quick wins. It's about consistency, discipline, and a deep commitment to your long-term vision. There will be days when it feels like nothing is happening. The numbers in your bank account might not reflect the effort you're putting in, and the results may seem distant, almost out of reach. But this is the moment where most people falter. This is where the mindset shift becomes crucial. You see, success in wealth building is not just about financial intelligence, it's about resilience. It's about knowing that, even when things don't seem to be moving as fast as you'd like, every little action counts. Every decision to save a little more, every investment made, every financial lesson learned all contribute to the bigger picture. And eventually, those little things will come together to create something monumental. Now, let's touch on the critical importance of surrounding yourself with the right people. This is often an overlooked factor in wealth building, but it can make all the difference. Imagine this: you're working hard, saving diligently, and investing wisely, but you're still surrounded by people who don't share the same mindset. People who are quick to criticize your financial goals, who question your decisions, or who constantly talk about limitations rather than possibilities. It's like trying to swim against a strong current, but here's what you need to understand. The people you surround yourself with will either elevate you or hold you back. The wealthy understand this principle deeply. They seek out mentors, surround themselves with other like-minded individuals, and keep their circles positive and growth-focused. They understand that wealth isn't just about money, it's about community. And when you're in the right community, you'll not only learn faster, but you'll also gain the support and motivation you need to push through the tough times. Think of it this way: if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Seek out people who challenge you, who push you to think bigger, who encourage your dreams, and who inspire you to become the best version of yourself. Because the truth is, we rise by lifting each other up. And the more you surround yourself with wealth-minded individuals, the more you'll begin to see your own potential. This leads me to another point: the importance of self-belief. If you want to build lasting wealth, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you're capable of making smart financial decisions, that you have the power to create wealth, and that you can achieve financial freedom. But let's be honest, self-doubt creeps in for all of us. There are times when you'll question if you're doing the right thing. There will be moments when you look at your bank account or investment portfolio and wonder if you're making a mistake. But that's when you need to lean into your belief system. When the doubt hits, remind yourself of your vision. Remember why you started this journey. Think about the life you want to create, the freedom, the security, the opportunities, and use that vision as fuel to keep going. And here's the magic: the more you believe in your ability to succeed, the more success will come to you. Wealth building is as much about your internal dialogue as it is about your external actions. So when you catch yourself in a moment of doubt, take a deep breath, reframe your thoughts. Replace "I can't" with "I will" and "I'm not sure" with "I am learning." The power of positive thinking and self-belief is one of the most powerful forces you can harness on your wealth journey. Now, we've touched on many aspects of building wealth, but there's one final piece I want to leave you with: legacy. Wealth building isn't just about what you accumulate for yourself. It's about what you leave behind, what you pass on to future generations. True prosperity is built not only for your own benefit, but for the benefit of those who come after you. This is where your mindset goes from building personal wealth to creating a legacy of abundance. It's about teaching your children, your family, your community how to manage money, how to invest, how to grow, and how to live a life of financial freedom. Wealth building is cyclical. When you teach others what you've learned, you're not only reinforcing those lessons for yourself, but you're also creating a ripple effect that can change generations to come. So take a moment to think about what kind of legacy you want to leave. What lessons do you want to pass on? What values do you want to instill in the next generation? Wealth is not just about numbers on a screen. It's about creating a life that reflects your values and creating a future where others can thrive. And as you think about your legacy, remember that everything you're doing today, the choices you're making, the actions you're taking, the mindset you're developing, it all contributes to that legacy. You're not just building wealth for today, you're laying the foundation for a better tomorrow, for yourself, for your family, and for the generations that follow. Let that thought sink in for a moment. You're building something that lasts. Every investment, every decision, every habit, every mindset shift, it's all contributing to the long-term vision you have for yourself. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that everything you've done has brought you to this moment of true prosperity. You're not just wealthy in dollars, you're wealthy in experience, wealthy in wisdom, wealthy in relationships, and wealthy in the legacy you're leaving behind. As you continue this journey, keep the fire of ambition burning inside you. Keep the mindset of abundance, of possibility, of growth. Every day is a new opportunity to move closer to your goals. Every step you take is another piece of the puzzle that will eventually reveal the life of prosperity you've always dreamed of. And remember, the power is always in your hands. The wealth mindset is not just a concept, it's a way of living, and it's yours to embrace starting right now. As you continue this journey, remember that wealth isn't just a destination. It's a journey of growth, learning, and constant evolution. Every single day presents a new opportunity to take a step closer to your goals. And while the road to prosperity may not always be smooth, it's the road that will ultimately lead to a life of freedom and fulfillment. Let's dive a little deeper into what happens when you combine financial literacy with an empowered mindset. One thing you'll notice as you begin to shift your thinking is that the world will start to look different. Opportunities that once seemed hidden or out of reach will begin to appear. You'll start to see that wealth building is not a matter of luck, it's a matter of mindset, strategy, and action. Take, for example, the difference between someone who sees wealth as an impossible dream and someone who believes in abundance. The former may wait for opportunities to come to them, maybe they'll work hard, but their belief in scarcity makes them hesitant to take risks or seize opportunities. They may worry about what could go wrong, constantly doubting their ability to succeed. On the other hand, the latter, someone with an abundance mindset, approaches the world differently. They see opportunities as possibilities and risks as stepping stones for growth. They have confidence in their ability to make informed decisions, to learn from mistakes, and to keep moving forward despite challenges. This is the mindset of the wealthy. It's not about having everything figured out right away. It's about the belief that with knowledge, perseverance, and a growth mindset, anything is possible. But the journey doesn't end with just thinking differently. It requires action. You have to take what you learn and apply it to your life. And this is where many people fail. It's one thing to read books, listen to podcasts, and fill your mind with knowledge. But until you start applying that knowledge in your everyday decisions, whether it's budgeting, investing, or even just making small, mindful choices in how you spend, you won't see real progress. Every wealthy person, every successful investor has one thing in common: they took action. They acted when others hesitated. They invested when others were afraid. They spent with purpose when others were wasting money on fleeting desires. They took consistent, deliberate steps that moved them closer to their vision of prosperity. And you can do the same. Think about your own life for a moment. What actions are you currently taking that align with your wealth-building goals? And just as importantly, what actions are you not taking that you know deep down would help propel you forward? If you're not investing yet, what's holding you back? Is it fear, uncertainty? Or is it simply not knowing where to begin? If that's the case, then take the first step. Learn about the basics of investing, even if it's just setting up a retirement account or putting a small amount into a low-risk investment. If you're not saving, then start today. It's never too late to begin. Even if you can only save a small portion of your income, the habit of saving is what truly matters. It's about building a culture of wealth, one step at a time. And over time, those small steps will grow into something far more significant. It's the same with investing in yourself. Keep learning. Whether you're taking online courses, reading books, or learning from others, make a commitment to continuous improvement. The more you know, the more you'll be able to recognize opportunities and avoid pitfalls. And while you're on this journey of wealth building, don't forget to take care of your most valuable asset, your health. Health and wealth go hand in hand. You can't build a life of prosperity if your physical, mental, and emotional health are suffering. Wealth doesn't mean much if you don't have the energy and well-being to enjoy it. So prioritize your health, your relationships, and your personal growth just as much as you do your finances. But let's get back to action for a moment. One of the most important financial lessons I can share with you is this: it's not the big, flashy moves that will make you wealthy. It's the consistent, disciplined actions over time. Small investments, even small savings, can add up to something significant if you stay consistent. It's about compounding your efforts, and that's where the magic happens. Think about compound interest for a moment. It's a concept that most people learn about in school, but few actually apply it in their lives. Compound interest is like a snowball rolling downhill, gathering momentum as it goes. The longer you stay invested, whether it's in stocks, bonds, or other assets, the more your money grows. The wealthiest individuals know this and use compound interest to their advantage. They invest early and they let their money work for them, growing and compounding over time. The same principle applies to habits, knowledge, and even relationships. Each small positive action you take will compound, whether it's saving a little more each month, learning a new investment strategy, or surrounding yourself with more positive, wealth-minded individuals. Over time, these actions add up, creating momentum that propels you toward your goals. But remember, the key to all of this is patience. Patience is a virtue, yes, but more importantly, it's a crucial part of the wealth-building process. When you're building wealth, you can't expect instant gratification. You have to trust the process. You have to stick to your plan, even when it feels like the results are far off in the distance. The real beauty of wealth building is that it works over time. And once you embrace the journey, once you commit to the long haul, the rewards are far greater than anything you could have imagined at the start. And if you ever find yourself feeling discouraged, remember this: success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about learning from it. Every mistake is an opportunity to grow. Every setback is a lesson in what not to do next time. And as long as you keep moving forward, you're on the right track. So take a moment right now. Close your eyes. Visualize your future self living the life of prosperity you've always dreamed of. See yourself waking up each morning with confidence, knowing that you're financially free, that your wealth is growing, and that you're in control of your future. That life, it's waiting for you. And the path to it starts with the choices you make today. It's your time. You have the power. You've always had the power. Now it's time to unlock it. Every step you take is a step closer to prosperity. So take that first step, and then the next one, and the next. Because as you continue this journey, remember, the key to wealth isn't about a destination, it's about the transformation that happens along the way. And trust me, the best is yet to come. As you take these steps, let me remind you, you are not alone on this path. The journey to financial freedom is personal, yes, but it is also universal. Every successful person you've ever admired, every person who has built wealth and changed their life has walked a similar path. They didn't always have the answers, they didn't always know exactly how things would unfold, but they kept going, they kept believing. And that belief, that unwavering commitment to their goals, is what made all the difference. We're going to take a deeper look at one of the most pivotal aspects of your wealth journey: emotional intelligence around money. It's one thing to have a strategy, to know what to invest in or how to save effectively, but it's another to understand how your emotions shape those decisions. Your emotional connection to money plays a significant role in your financial outcomes. If you're honest with yourself, you might notice that sometimes your emotions drive your spending. Maybe you spend when you're feeling low to lift your spirits, or maybe you hold on to your money too tightly, fearful of losing it. Both extremes can derail your wealth-building journey. You see, money is not just numbers, it's energy. It flows based on your relationship with it. If you constantly fear it, you'll push it away. But if you treat it with respect, make mindful decisions, and stay open to opportunities, it will flow into your life more freely. Take a moment to reflect on your emotional habits around money. When you think about your finances, what emotions come up? Fear, anxiety, pride. Whatever they are, recognizing them is the first step to shifting your mindset. As you become more aware of these emotional triggers, you'll be able to manage them rather than letting them control you. And here's a beautiful truth: once you begin to understand your emotions around money, you'll start making better financial decisions. You'll make decisions based on logic, on the strategies you've learned, rather than reacting to fear, doubt, or social pressures. You'll make choices that align with your goals and values. Here's a powerful shift. Wealth is not just about accumulating money, it's about creating freedom. You're not building wealth to buy things. You're building wealth to have the freedom to live life on your own terms, to make decisions based on what brings you joy, not what society tells you should do. Wealth is a tool, your tool, designed to help you live with purpose, not just to fill your bank account. So let me ask you, what does true freedom look like to you? Is it the ability to travel without worrying about your finances? Is it being able to take care of your loved ones without feeling burdened by financial constraints? Is it having the ability to pursue a passion project or retire early? Whatever it is, it's important to define what freedom means to you. When you have that clarity, when you truly know what your wealth is designed to bring into your life, every decision will become clearer. You will start to make choices that align with your vision, rather than getting caught up in the noise of external expectations. Now let's dive deeper into another powerful wealth-building tool: the power of reinvesting your wealth. This is where the magic truly happens. The wealthy don't simply save their money, they put it to work. They understand that money has the potential to grow exponentially when reinvested in the right ways. This doesn't mean you need to have a fortune to get started. It means that every dollar you have can be a seed planted in fertile soil. Whether it's reinvesting in your business, investing in stocks, purchasing real estate, or even investing in your education, reinvestment is a game changer. It's the key that unlocks true wealth creation, but this requires patience. Reinvesting isn't about seeing immediate returns. It's about setting up a system where your money grows over time. Let's go back to the snowball effect. Think about the first time you invested, whether in stocks or real estate. At first, the returns may seem small, but if you reinvest those returns, if you continue to grow your investments, those small amounts begin to compound and grow larger. Over time, you will begin to see the exponential growth that the wealthy take advantage of. The beauty of reinvestment is that it's not just about the initial money you put in, it's about creating a cycle of growth that continues to build upon itself. The more you reinvest, the faster your wealth grows. The wealthy understand this principle deeply, and it's a key reason why they continue to accumulate wealth over time. They let their money work harder for them than they ever could working for money. Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about the importance of mindful spending. You've heard the term conscious spending, right? This is about being intentional with where your money goes. Most people spend mindlessly. Money goes out for things they think they want, and later they realize it didn't add any real value to their life. But mindful spending is about aligning every purchase with your long-term goals. This doesn't mean that you can't enjoy life. On the contrary, it means that you can enjoy life more because you're spending money on things that truly enhance your life. Whether that's investing in experiences, education, health, or things that bring you long-term joy, mindful spending is about consciously deciding where you allocate your resources. Ask yourself, is this purchase aligned with my future goals? Will this bring lasting value to my life? If the answer is yes, then go ahead and indulge. If it's a no, then consider redirecting those resources into something more meaningful. The key is to make conscious, intentional decisions with your money. And as we come back to the concept of reinvestment and growth, remember this: the most powerful asset you have is your time. The more you value your time, the more wisely you'll use your resources. This isn't just about financial assets, it's about time spent doing things that move you closer to your dreams. So whether that's learning a new skill, working on a business idea, or investing time in your relationships, think of time as the most precious resource of all. You'll find that as you invest your time, just like your money, in the right areas, you'll begin to see extraordinary returns. We're constantly bombarded with distractions, with short-term pleasures that try to steal our attention. But wealth, true lasting wealth, is built through focus. Focus on the long-term vision. Focus on the habits that will move you toward that vision. And most importantly, focus on the mindset that supports your dreams. The most successful wealth builders out there are those who stay grounded in their purpose, who understand that their wealth-building journey is a marathon, not a sprint. They stay focused, they reinvest, and they stay mindful of where they're putting their energy and their resources. And if you do the same, you'll find yourself on the path to financial freedom and abundance. So take one last moment to think about what your future holds. What steps will you take today to move closer to your vision of prosperity? What mindset shifts will you embrace? What action will you commit to? Because the truth is, everything you need to succeed is already within you. You have the tools, the resources, and the mindset to build the life of your dreams. The question is, are you ready to start? The wealth mindset is a journey, but it's one that you're fully capable of embarking on. And the best part, you've already started. Now it's your time to continue. And as you do, remember this: wealth is not just about the destination, it's about the person you become along the way. Keep growing, keep learning, and keep believing. Your path to prosperity is unfolding right in front of you. And trust me, the future is brighter than you ever imagined. As you continue down this path, remember that every single decision you make is contributing to the foundation of your financial future. There will be moments where you question your progress, where the path ahead seems uncertain, but these moments are not obstacles, they are stepping stones. The key is not to avoid difficulties, but to face them with the mindset of a problem solver, with the resolve to keep moving forward no matter what. At this point in your journey, you may realize something incredibly important: the road to prosperity is not linear. It's filled with ups and downs, twists and turns, but each step, whether it feels like a setback or a breakthrough, is part of the process. If you think about any great achievement, whether it's building a successful business, becoming financially independent, or creating generational wealth, it wasn't achieved through smooth sailing alone. It took resilience, learning from mistakes, and the willingness to adjust course when needed. And if you can embrace that mindset, you will not only build wealth, but build character, wisdom, and experience that will serve you for the rest of your life. And here's where most people miss the mark. They get discouraged when things don't go according to plan. They might experience a loss, a setback, or a mistake, and they stop. But wealth building isn't about avoiding failure, it's about bouncing back from it. Every time you fall, you get up stronger, wiser, and more determined than before. That's the power of the growth mindset in action. Wealth doesn't just come from what you accumulate financially, but from the person you become through the journey. If you think about the most successful investors and entrepreneurs, they all have one thing in common: persistence. They've faced challenges, they've dealt with losses, and they've made mistakes, but they didn't quit. They kept going, they kept learning, and most importantly, they kept investing in their personal growth. This is the essence of wealth building, not just accumulating money, but building your character, sharpening your skills, and expanding your mindset. This continuous learning and growth are the true sources of wealth. Now let's dive deeper into a critical part of financial prosperity: the power of passive income. It's one thing to earn money through your job or active work, but imagine for a moment that your money works for you even when you're not actively working. That's the beauty of passive income. Passive income is income that comes from investments, businesses, or assets that require little to no effort on your part once set up. It's income that flows into your life, whether you're working or sleeping. Building passive income streams is a game changer. It's one of the most powerful ways to accelerate your wealth-building journey. Real estate investments, dividends from stocks, royalties from creative work, and businesses that run without your constant supervision, these are all forms of passive income. The wealthy understand that in order to build long-term wealth, they need to create systems that generate money even when they're not actively involved. But this doesn't happen overnight. It takes time and effort to set up these systems, but once they're in place, they can generate income for years, even decades. Think about it: if you have several streams of passive income, your money is working for you even when you're not. You're no longer trading time for money. And when you don't have to constantly worry about earning your next paycheck, that's when you have true freedom. However, let me be clear, creating passive income takes smart planning and sometimes upfront investment. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing. It's about being strategic, building assets that will generate income over time, and making sure you're investing in the right areas. And it's one of the most powerful tools for achieving financial independence and freedom. So as you consider your financial future, ask yourself, how can I create passive income streams in my life? How can I leverage my money, my time, and my resources to work for me? Remember, wealth is about systems. It's about creating processes that continue to generate value for you long after you've put in the effort. As you build these systems, don't forget that time is your biggest ally. The earlier you start, the more powerful your compounding efforts will be. Whether you're investing in stocks, building a business, or purchasing real estate, the longer you let those investments grow, the larger they will become. Time multiplies your efforts in ways that nothing else can. And just as importantly, understand that time is not only a financial concept. Time is also about how you spend your life. What will you choose to spend your time doing? Will you be focused on growing your wealth, or will you be distracted by short-term desires that pull you away from your long-term goals? Time spent wisely is time invested in your future. The decisions you make today, the time you spend building your wealth, will pay off for you exponentially over the years. Let me share a secret with you. Money is a reflection of how you manage time. If you waste time, you waste money. If you invest your time in learning, growing, and making smart decisions, you'll find that your wealth begins to grow alongside you. Your time, just like your money, is valuable. When you treat it that way, you'll find that wealth building becomes much easier because you're no longer wasting time on distractions or short-term pleasures. You're building something bigger, something that lasts. Another thing to remember is the importance of giving. Wealth isn't just about accumulating, it's also about sharing. One of the most fulfilling aspects of building wealth is the ability to give back. Whether it's through charity, investing in causes you care about, or helping others achieve financial success, giving is a powerful tool for creating a lasting legacy. The wealthy understand this principle deeply. They don't hoard their wealth, they use it to create positive change in the world. And this act of giving, of sharing your wealth, not only helps others but also enriches your life in ways money alone cannot. When you give, you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance. You begin to see wealth as something that flows, not something that needs to be hoarded. You start to understand that the more you give, the more comes back to you. This is one of the most profound lessons in wealth building. Giving is a way to magnify your wealth and create an impact that will last far beyond your own life. So as you reflect on your journey to prosperity, think about what kind of impact you want to have. What legacy do you want to leave? How will you use your wealth, not just for your own benefit, but to create something greater than yourself? The journey to wealth is not just about personal success. It's about creating a life that touches others, that contributes to the world in meaningful ways. And that, my friend, is the true essence of wealth. It's not just the money in the bank, it's the life you create, the impact you have, and the legacy you leave behind. Your wealth journey is just beginning, and the best part is that you're already on your way. As you continue forward, remember this: you are the creator of your own financial destiny. Every decision you make, every mindset shift you embrace, every action you take, it all matters. Wealth is not a random event. It's a series of intentional steps guided by the mindset of abundance, resilience, and long-term thinking. And with that, you hold the key. The path to prosperity is yours to walk. Keep believing, keep taking action, keep growing, because your future is waiting, and it's more magnificent than you could ever imagine. As you continue this journey, let's take a step back for a moment. You might be wondering, how do I stay motivated? How do I keep going when the results aren't immediate? It's easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind, to feel as though the work you're putting in isn't paying off quickly enough. It's during these moments of doubt that the wealth mindset really becomes important. You see, building wealth is not an instant process. It's not about achieving overnight success. It's about being consistent, being patient, and being committed to the vision of the future you're creating. It's about having the emotional endurance to keep moving forward even when progress feels slow. The people who build the most wealth are the ones who stick with it for the long haul, who know that the results will come with time and persistence. And here's the beautiful thing: you are already on the path. Every small action, every decision you make, is bringing you closer to your goal. The effort you put into learning about investments, improving your money mindset, and making intentional decisions, it's all building a strong foundation. But what happens in the meantime? What do you do while you're waiting for that snowball to roll down the hill and gain momentum? Here's the key: embrace the process, embrace the journey. Don't just focus on the end goal, because that will lead to burnout and frustration. Instead, find joy in the small victories. Celebrate the wins along the way, whether it's setting aside money for savings, learning a new investing strategy, or making a decision that aligns with your long-term goals. Each of these wins is a small victory that will compound into something much bigger over time. One powerful concept that wealthy individuals understand is delayed gratification. They are willing to make sacrifices today for greater rewards tomorrow. It's easy to fall into the trap of wanting instant results. We live in a world that's built on immediate gratification, whether it's the instant pleasure of buying something new or the fast-paced nature of social media. Everything around us seems to encourage quick fixes. But building real wealth isn't about quick fixes. It's about looking at the long-term picture. It's about saying, I'll forego this short-term pleasure because I know that what I'm working toward will be so much greater in the future. And in those moments when you have to make a choice between today's temptation and tomorrow's reward, remember, wealth is built through delayed gratification. The wealthy understand that their actions today shape the reality of tomorrow. But let's talk about one of the most critical elements in this process: the ability to adapt. If you've ever tried to learn a new skill, you know how uncomfortable it can feel at first. It takes practice, patience, and the willingness to push through moments of frustration. The same is true for building wealth. As you learn about investing, managing money, and building assets, you may hit roadblocks. You may encounter strategies that don't work as expected or face financial setbacks that challenge your confidence. But here's where adaptability becomes a superpower. The wealthy understand that mistakes are not failures, they are opportunities to adjust course and learn. They don't let setbacks stop them. Instead, they use those challenges as fuel for growth. They understand that success is not a straight line, it's full of twists and turns. And the ability to adapt, to change course when necessary, is what ultimately leads to long-term success. Think of it like this: a sailor doesn't always sail directly from point A to point B. There are winds, currents, and obstacles along the way. But a skilled sailor knows how to adjust the sails, how to navigate the challenges, and how to keep moving forward despite them. The same is true for you. As you face challenges in your wealth-building journey, learn how to adjust your sails, find new strategies, tweak your plans, and keep going. The wealth mindset is about resilience, adaptability, and the confidence to course correct along the way. Let's not forget the importance of living below your means. This doesn't mean you have to deny yourself everything that brings you joy. It means having the discipline to prioritize your long-term goals over short-term desires. Wealth isn't built by constantly buying things to keep up with others. It's built by making intentional choices, by understanding that the best things in life aren't bought, they're created. Take a moment and ask yourself, where am I spending money that doesn't truly add value to my life? Am I buying things just to impress others or to feel good in the moment? If so, you can make a small but powerful shift. Start redirecting those funds to something more meaningful, your future, your financial goals, your investments. This doesn't mean living a life of deprivation, but rather a life of intention. Every dollar you save, every decision to live below your means is an investment in your future self. It's also important to recognize that wealth building is a personal journey. It's not a competition. It's easy to get caught up in comparing your financial progress with others, especially when everyone around you seems to be achieving success faster than you. But here's the thing, everyone's journey is different. Your path to prosperity is uniquely yours. The decisions you make, the goals you set, and the vision you have are yours and yours alone. It doesn't matter if someone else is ahead of you, they're on their own journey. Focus on yours. Keep your eyes on your goals, not on the progress of others. And as you continue building wealth, don't forget the importance of giving back. This isn't just about financial donations, it's about using your wealth and your success to help others. One of the most fulfilling aspects of financial prosperity is the ability to make a difference in the lives of others. Whether it's through charity, mentoring, or supporting causes you care about, giving is one of the most rewarding ways to build wealth. Wealth isn't just about you, it's about how you use it to impact the world around you. So as you continue your journey toward financial independence, remember that it's not just about accumulating money, it's about creating a life of abundance. It's about building a legacy that will last far beyond your lifetime. It's about understanding that your wealth-building efforts are part of something much bigger, your personal growth, your purpose, and the positive impact you can have on the world. Keep going. Keep evolving, keep investing in yourself, in your goals, and in your future. The path to prosperity is yours, and with each step you're creating a life of freedom, abundance, and true wealth. And as you look to the future, know this, your journey is just beginning. There's so much more to come. The best is yet to unfold. You are not only capable of building wealth, you are destined for it. Keep believing, keep striving, and keep building the life of your dreams. Because the wealth mindset is not just about what you achieve, it's about the person you become along the way. And that person, they are unstoppable. The journey continues, and it's only getting started. As you continue, understand this, the power to shape your destiny lies in your hands. Wealth is not just a number or a bank account balance. It's the energy you put out into the world, the choices you make, and the mindset you cultivate every single day. Your wealth-building journey is a reflection of your inner growth and transformation. Every time you rise above challenges, every time you push past fear, every time you choose long-term vision over short-term comfort, you are shaping your future in ways that will surprise you. And here's the incredible part. The path you're walking isn't just about you. Yes, you're building a life of freedom, but as you grow, your influence expands. The knowledge, wisdom, and wealth you acquire can be shared with others, whether it's your children, your friends, or even strangers who benefit from your generosity and guidance. Your journey has the power to create ripple effects that extend far beyond your own life. This is the real magic of wealth. It's not just the personal abundance it brings, but the opportunities it creates to help others. This idea of wealth as a vehicle for greater good is something that the most successful wealth builders understand deeply. They don't view money as an end. It's a means to elevate themselves and their communities. Wealth is about empowering others, spreading knowledge, and contributing to causes that resonate with your values. So as you build your own financial success, remember that one of the greatest aspects of wealth is the impact you can have. Whether that impact is in your family, your community, or the world at large, wealth gives you the ability to support and elevate others. And this, my friend, is one of the most fulfilling aspects of the wealth-building process. It's not just about what you accumulate, but who you become and how you can elevate others along the way. Let's take this even further. As you grow your wealth, you'll notice that your perspective shifts. The things that once seemed important, Buying the latest gadgets, following trends, accumulating material possessions start to fade in significance. You begin to focus on what truly matters: experiences, relationships, personal growth, and the joy of seeing your hard work pay off over time. This doesn't mean you stop enjoying the fruits of your labor. It means you've evolved beyond the need for external validation and instant gratification. Your wealth isn't about impressing others or keeping up with appearances. It's about creating a life that reflects your deepest values and desires. And as you evolve in your understanding of wealth, so too will your ability to navigate life's uncertainties. One of the most profound shifts you'll make is embracing the unknown. Wealth building isn't about predicting every outcome. It's about trusting the process and taking educated risks. The most successful people don't have all the answers. They're comfortable with uncertainty. They know that while the future is unknown, their actions today will shape what comes next. By learning to embrace uncertainty, you'll grow more confident in your ability to make decisions that are in alignment with your long-term goals. You'll no longer be paralyzed by fear of the unknown, because you'll recognize that uncertainty is simply part of the journey. And when you can embrace that, you'll be more open to new opportunities, more willing to take calculated risks, and more able to navigate the inevitable ups and downs of life with grace and confidence. But there's another important point to address: patience. This might be the most difficult part of wealth building for many people. We live in an era of instant everything, instant information, instant gratification, instant results. But wealth doesn't happen that way. It takes time to learn, time to grow, time to let your investments compound. Wealth building requires the ability to delay gratification, to invest for the long term, and to see the bigger picture when others around you may be focused on the next big thing. Patience is key. Wealth doesn't come from trying to find shortcuts or quick fixes. It comes from making smart, informed decisions consistently over time. Remember, the wealthiest individuals didn't get there by making impulsive decisions. They got there through careful planning, a willingness to stick with their strategies even when things didn't look perfect, and the discipline to remain patient through market fluctuations, economic downturns, and personal setbacks. This is where emotional control becomes a major asset. When you're able to stay calm, focused, and patient in the face of uncertainty or market volatility, you gain a tremendous advantage. While others may panic and make rash decisions, you'll have the clarity to stay the course, knowing that every action you take is moving you closer to your financial goals. Now, let's talk about financial literacy again. The key to navigating this entire journey, to making smarter choices, to seizing opportunities, is knowing how money works. This means understanding basic financial principles, things like compound interest, risk management, and the power of investing, but also understanding deeper concepts like market cycles, how different assets appreciate or depreciate, and how to analyze and assess financial opportunities. The wealth-building journey requires that you continually educate yourself. As the world changes, as new technologies emerge, as markets shift, your understanding of how money works needs to evolve too. The more you learn, the more strategic you'll be in your decisions. The wealthy understand that education is an ongoing process, and they invest heavily in their own financial literacy. This commitment to learning is a cornerstone of their success. If you haven't already, begin to allocate some time each week to learning about personal finance and investments. Read books, follow reputable financial blogs, listen to podcasts, or take courses. The more you understand about how money flows and how wealth is built, the more confident you'll become in your ability to make smarter financial decisions. It's important to mention that diversification is another critical element of wealth building. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. The wealthy know this well. They spread their investments across various assets, industries, and even geographic locations to reduce risk. This approach ensures that no matter what happens in one area, their wealth isn't completely wiped out. They understand the importance of creating a balanced portfolio, one that can withstand the ups and downs of the market. So, as you move forward in your wealth-building journey, take time to evaluate your investments. How diversified is your portfolio? Are you focusing too heavily on one asset class? Look at your investments not just as opportunities to grow wealth, but as opportunities to safeguard your financial future. Diversification will be one of the most important tools in your financial toolkit as you build long-term wealth. And as you look ahead to the future, remind yourself of this truth: Wealth is a mindset, not just a bank balance. It's the way you think about money, the habits you build around it, and the actions you take every day that ultimately shape your financial reality. You've already begun to unlock that mindset, and each day that you move forward, you're shaping a future of abundance, freedom, and security. So keep going, keep learning, keep investing in your mindset and your future, because the best part of this journey is that it's yours. The wealth you create, the life you build is completely in your hands, and every step you take brings you closer to the abundant, prosperous future you've envisioned. This is just the beginning. Your journey to prosperity is unfolding right now, and it's more exciting than you can imagine. As you continue this journey toward prosperity, remember that wealth is not just an outcome, it's a transformation. Every small decision you make, from how you manage your money to the way you think about your future, is shaping the person you will become. It's easy to get caught up in the end goal, the big numbers, the ideal lifestyle, but true wealth building is about who you are becoming in the process. You've already made a powerful shift in your mindset, and that shift will continue to serve you well. But let's take it a step further. Wealth is as much about mindset as it is about action. You can have all the knowledge in the world, but if you don't take consistent, focused action, that knowledge will only get you so far. The wealthy don't just know what works, they do what works. But here's where it gets interesting. The most successful wealth builders don't rely solely on themselves. They understand the value of mentorship and community. As you continue your own journey, seek out others who are on a similar path. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, who challenge you, and who inspire you. Success is contagious, and when you surround yourself with individuals who are committed to growth, you'll find that your own growth accelerates. It's also important to keep this in mind. Wealth building isn't a solo sport. While it's personal, it doesn't have to be done in isolation. Look for mentors, people who have been where you want to go and who can guide you along the way. Whether it's a financial advisor, a business mentor, or someone who has successfully built wealth through real estate, learning from others' experiences is one of the best ways to fast-track your success. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Learn from the strategies that have already been proven to work. The wealthy understand that it's not about making everything from scratch. It's about leveraging the knowledge, resources, and networks around you. And here's the kicker: don't be afraid to ask for help. There's no shame in seeking guidance when you need it. In fact, it's a sign of strength. The most successful people know when to lean on others for support, whether it's for financial advice, emotional support, or strategic direction. Wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint, and sometimes you need to tap into others' expertise to keep moving forward. As you look ahead, it's also essential to remember that wealth is about balance. The more money you accumulate, the more you'll realize that true fulfillment doesn't come from simply acquiring material things. Wealth is about balance in all areas of your life: health, relationships, personal growth, and contribution. If one area is out of sync, the rest will feel unbalanced too. Take a moment to think about this. How is your life beyond finances? Do you have the time and space to nurture your health, your family, your passions, and your relationships? Wealth isn't worth much if you sacrifice your physical and emotional well-being along the way. Yes, you should pursue your financial goals with vigor and determination, but remember that the richest people are those who have harmony between all aspects of their life. One of the keys to lasting wealth is financial freedom, and financial freedom is the ability to make choices without being constrained by money. It's the ability to work on projects you're passionate about, to take time off when you need it, and to live life on your terms. But here's the catch: financial freedom doesn't just come from making money. It comes from managing money wisely, building strong financial habits, and developing the mindset that you're worthy of that freedom. Let's also talk about legacy once more. Wealth building isn't just about creating a better life for yourself today. It's about creating a legacy that endures beyond your lifetime. This is where things get really exciting. Once you have built the foundation of your wealth, think about how you can pass it on, whether it's through your family, charitable causes, or even community projects. You have the power to create a ripple effect that extends for generations to come. Legacy isn't just financial, though. Your legacy is also about values, beliefs, and the lessons you pass down. What lessons do you want to leave behind? What values do you want your children, grandchildren, or even your community to carry forward? You have the opportunity to teach future generations about wealth, abundance, responsibility, and the power of a positive mindset. And don't forget the value of financial independence. True wealth is about having the freedom to make choices that align with your values, not because you have to, but because you can. It's about living a life where you're in control, where you're not constrained by financial stress or worry. Financial independence allows you to create a life of purpose, where you can contribute to causes you care about, spend time doing the things that truly matter, and enjoy peace of mind knowing that your financial future is secure. But here's the truth: financial independence doesn't just happen overnight. It takes planning, dedication, and yes, sacrifice. But each step you take, each decision you make is one step closer to that freedom. Every time you make a smart financial choice, you are building the life of freedom you've always dreamed of. So let me ask you, what will your financial future look like? What steps will you take today to ensure that you are building a legacy of wealth, freedom, and impact? Remember, you've already taken the most important step. You've made the decision to change your life. You've made the decision to invest in yourself, in your future, and in the mindset that will propel you toward prosperity. Every action you take from here on out will build on that foundation, creating a future that's richer not just in financial wealth, but in meaning, fulfillment, and purpose. Wealth building is not just about accumulating riches. It's about becoming the person who can manage, grow, and give that wealth away. It's about understanding that true prosperity comes from a combination of smart strategies, a mindset of abundance, and the willingness to take consistent, thoughtful action. As you walk down this path, remember that the power is always within you. The future you want is already in motion, and it's closer than you think. Every decision you make today is shaping your tomorrow, so make it count. The journey is yours to control, and the best part, you've already taken the first step. Keep going, keep evolving, keep believing in the wealth-building process, and the rewards will be greater than you ever imagined. Because the wealth mindset isn't just a set of actions, it's a way of life, and it's yours to live. Now take a deep breath and step confidently into your future. It's waiting for you. The best is yet to come. And you, my friend, are ready for it. As you continue on this journey, remember that life is a reflection of your choices. Wealth isn't just about the dollars in your bank account, it's about the lifestyle you create through your decisions. Every choice you make, whether it's about your money, your relationships, or how you spend your time, creates the reality you will live in tomorrow. You are the architect of your own future, and every step you take is shaping your destiny. Let's take a moment to dive deeper into the concept of personal responsibility. The wealthy understand that they alone are responsible for their success. It's easy to blame external circumstances, economic downturns, the stock market, your job, your family, or even bad luck. But the truth is that wealth building begins with personal accountability. This means taking full responsibility for your financial future. You have the power to make informed decisions, to shift your mindset, and to take action toward your goals. But it also means accepting that some of the setbacks you face might be due to past decisions, and that's okay. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn. What matters is how you respond, how you adjust, and how you keep moving forward. When you embrace personal responsibility, you stop waiting for things to change and start making the changes you need to see in your life. You might face moments of doubt, and that's natural. Every person who has ever built wealth has faced moments of uncertainty, fear, and self-doubt. But it's how you respond to these moments that determines your future. Do you allow the fear to stop you, or do you use it as fuel to keep going, knowing that growth often comes from the moments that challenge us the most? Think about it. Every great investor, entrepreneur, and wealth builder has faced setbacks. Some of them lost money, made mistakes, and even failed, but they didn't quit. They didn't let failure define them. Instead, they used it as a lesson, a stepping stone to success. They understood that growth comes from struggle. They understood that failure is not permanent, it's a part of the journey, and they embraced it. Now, as you continue to build your wealth, don't overlook one crucial element: self-care and mental well-being. Wealth is more than just what you accumulate, it's about how you feel and how you live. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, if you don't have mental clarity, and if you're not taking care of your emotional well-being, then what's it all for? The wealthy know this truth. A healthy mind and body are as important as a healthy portfolio. If your mind is constantly overwhelmed with stress or fear, it will affect your decision-making. If your body is run down from neglect, you won't have the energy or vitality to pursue your dreams. This is why so many successful people prioritize their health. They recognize that their physical and mental well-being is directly tied to their ability to make clear, strategic decisions. So take care of yourself, prioritize your health, your mental clarity, and your emotional well-being. Meditate, exercise, eat nourishing foods, and make time for rest. These aren't just indulgences, they're necessities for success. A clear mind and a strong body will support every decision you make and every action you take toward your wealth-building goals. As you build your financial future, be sure to maintain balance in your life. Wealth building isn't just about accumulating money, it's about creating a life of freedom, peace, and fulfillment. And that comes from balancing your financial goals with your personal values. This means understanding what truly matters to you, your relationships, your passions, your health, and your purpose. When these things are in alignment, financial success becomes more than just a goal, it becomes a way of living. It becomes a byproduct of the life you've designed. And as you grow, remember that personal growth and wealth building are intertwined. As you develop your financial skills, you'll also develop your personal character. You'll learn to be more disciplined, more patient, and more focused. You'll learn to manage your emotions and your impulses, making wiser decisions that align with your long-term goals. The more you invest in your personal growth, the more your financial growth will naturally follow. The two are inseparable. In this process, there may be moments when you feel isolated. Wealth building can feel like a solitary endeavor at times, but I promise you it's not. Look around. You are part of a community of like-minded individuals who are also striving for success. There are mentors, peers, and people who are further along on their journey who are willing to help, guide, and share their knowledge. Seek out those people. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to lean on others, and to offer your own support when you can. Community is an incredibly powerful asset. It can keep you accountable, provide encouragement when you need it most, and open doors to new opportunities. The wealthy understand that their success is not only about what they've done alone, but about who they've connected with along the way. They build relationships that lift them up, challenge them, and expand their perspectives. As you build your wealth, take time to build your network. Surround yourself with individuals who inspire you, who challenge you to be better, and who share your values. But above all, as you continue on your path to prosperity, remember this: wealth is a journey, not a destination. It's about the person you become as you move toward your goals. Each step you take, each decision you make is shaping who you are and what your future will look like. The truth is, there will always be new goals to reach, new challenges to face, and new opportunities to pursue. Wealth building is a continuous process of growth, learning, and evolving, and that's what makes it so exciting. There's always more to discover, more to achieve, and more to create. So what's next? Where will your journey take you? Whatever the next step is, keep moving forward, keep taking action, keep believing in your ability to build the life you've always dreamed of. You have everything you need to succeed. The path is clear and you're already on it. The best part of this journey, you're just getting started. The best is yet to come, and with each step, you're closer to the life of prosperity, freedom, and impact that you're destined to create. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your mind focused, and your heart open to the possibilities. The journey continues, and you, my friend, are well on your way. As you continue to walk this path, it's crucial to remember that success is not an event, it's a process. Each day is a new opportunity to move closer to your goals, and it's the small, consistent actions that ultimately determine the outcomes. The road to wealth may seem long, and at times it might feel like you're not moving fast enough. But let me assure you, every single action you take, no matter how small it seems in the moment, is part of a larger story, a story of growth, resilience, and transformation. Now think back to when you first started on this journey. You might have felt unsure, uncertain, and maybe even a little overwhelmed. But look at where you are now. You've already made significant progress. You've embraced a mindset of abundance. You've started to understand the importance of managing your money, making strategic investments, and taking consistent action. You've realized that wealth is not just about the money, it's about the life you're creating, the person you're becoming, and the legacy you're building. And here's the truth: wealth building is not a sprint, it's a marathon. There will be days when it feels like nothing is changing. There will be times when you wonder if the sacrifices you've made are worth it. But these moments are part of the process. They are the moments when your resilience is being built. When you persist through challenges, when you continue taking action even when the results aren't immediate, you are strengthening your character and your ability to create lasting wealth. When you look at someone who has built substantial wealth, what do you see? You see consistency. You see someone who has remained committed to their long-term goals, even when the journey wasn't easy. You see someone who has learned to embrace setbacks and challenges as part of the process, rather than obstacles to success. And this is what you're learning to do as well. So when you face those moments of doubt, when the road seems tough, when things don't seem to be happening as quickly as you want them to, take a step back. Remember why you started. Remember the long-term vision that drives you, and know that every step you take is one step closer to your dreams. There's one more piece of wisdom I want to share with you. Wealth is not just about accumulation, it's about contribution. The true power of wealth comes from its ability to create positive change, not just in your own life but in the lives of others. As you build your wealth, consider how you can use it to elevate those around you. This doesn't always mean financial contributions, although that's certainly one way to make an impact. It can also mean using your knowledge, your resources, and your time to help others. It's about creating opportunities for those who may not have the same advantages, about sharing what you've learned, and about making a difference in the world. In fact, giving is one of the most rewarding parts of wealth building. It shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. The more you give, the more you realize that wealth isn't just for hoarding, it's a tool to create greater good. It's about leaving a legacy that is bigger than just money. It's about making a positive impact, whether it's through your work, your community, or your family. The wealthy know that when they use their resources to give back, they're not just helping others, they're creating a more prosperous, interconnected world. And this is something that can be part of your wealth-building journey as well. When you use your wealth to contribute to the greater good, you create a ripple effect that spreads far beyond your own life. So as you continue to move forward, ask yourself, how can I use the wealth I am building to help others? How can I contribute to the world in ways that align with my values and bring lasting change? When you begin to see wealth as a tool for both personal freedom and collective good, you'll find that your journey becomes even more meaningful. Now, take a moment to think about the life you want to create. What does it look like? Is it a life filled with freedom? Freedom to travel, freedom to spend time with loved ones, freedom to pursue your passions? Is it a life of impact where you can give back to your community, support causes you believe in, and leave a legacy of generosity? Whatever your vision of wealth may be, know this: it is achievable. It is within your grasp. The actions you take today, the choices you make now, will determine your future. And as long as you stay committed to your goals, stay focused on your growth, and stay open to the possibilities that come your way, you are building a life of abundance. As you move forward, keep in mind that wealth building is not about chasing a number, it's about creating a life of freedom, a life of purpose, a life of impact. And the more you focus on living a life that aligns with your values, the more naturally wealth will flow into it. And with that, I'll leave you with this: you are the creator of your own destiny. The future you desire is already unfolding in front of you. Every decision you make today is contributing to the vision you hold for tomorrow. So continue to take action, keep pushing forward, keep evolving, keep building the life of prosperity, freedom, and impact that you've always dreamed of. The best part, you're just getting started. Your journey to lasting wealth and fulfillment is waiting for you, and the steps you take today are the foundation for tomorrow's success. Keep walking with confidence, with clarity, and with the unshakable belief that the life you want is not only possible, it's already on its way. The path is clear. The next step is yours. Keep going. The future is yours to create. As you take that next step, remember, the journey doesn't end here. This moment right now is simply another milestone in the ever-evolving process of wealth building. You've made incredible progress already, but there's always more to discover, more to learn, and more to achieve. The beauty of this journey is that it's never static, it's dynamic, full of new opportunities, new challenges, and new lessons. One of the most powerful things you can do moving forward is to remain open to change. The world around you is always evolving. Markets shift, technologies advance, and new trends emerge. The most successful individuals and investors are those who can adapt to the changes around them, who can pivot when necessary, and who continuously seek out new ways to grow. As you continue on your path, be sure to stay informed. Keep learning about financial strategies, about investing, about the trends shaping the future of business and wealth. Don't become complacent in what you know. Always strive to expand your knowledge and refine your strategies. The world is full of new ways to build wealth, and by staying curious, you'll be able to spot opportunities that others may miss. Innovation is another key to success. Wealth isn't just about following the beaten path, it's about finding your own way, creating new avenues for success, and being willing to take calculated risks. The most successful entrepreneurs, investors, and wealth builders didn't get where they are by playing it safe. They innovated. They took risks, but they took those risks with intelligence, strategy, and a deep understanding of the potential rewards and consequences. That doesn't mean you should throw caution to the wind, but it does mean that if you want to truly build wealth, you can't be afraid to explore new territory. It's about trusting your instincts, making informed decisions, and taking bold actions when the time is right. Wealth is about creating something valuable, and to do that, you sometimes have to take a step into the unknown. But while you embrace innovation and growth, remember that consistency is just as important. The wealthy understand that success isn't built overnight. It's built on the foundation of consistent effort, small but significant actions repeated over time. You may not see the results immediately, but with every investment you make, whether it's in stocks, real estate, education, or your personal growth, you are laying the groundwork for something much bigger. Consistency also means being disciplined with your finances. It's about regularly saving, investing, and making thoughtful decisions about how you spend and allocate your resources. The wealthy know that even small, consistent actions, like saving a portion of their income or setting aside money for long-term investments, add up over time. You don't have to take huge risks or make large financial moves to build wealth. By staying disciplined and focused on the long term, you're creating a foundation that will pay off in ways you can't even imagine yet. And as you move forward, think about the legacy you want to leave behind. Legacy isn't just about passing on wealth, it's about passing on knowledge, values, and opportunities. Wealth building is not a solo endeavor. As you accumulate wealth, think about how you can bring others along with you. How can you share the knowledge and resources you've gained with your family, your community, or those who are just starting on their own financial journeys? One of the most powerful things you can do is teach others about what you've learned. Share the wisdom you've gained with the next generation. Teach your children, your loved ones, or your peers about the principles of money management, investing, and wealth building. The more people you can inspire to adopt the wealth mindset, the more positive impact you'll have on the world. At the end of the day, wealth is not just about money. It's about freedom, the freedom to live life on your terms, to make choices that align with your values, and to have the flexibility to pursue your passions. Financial freedom opens up opportunities that wouldn't be possible without it. When you're financially free, you can choose where to spend your time, what projects to focus on, and how to contribute to the world. You have the power to live a life full of purpose, possibility, and peace. But here's a powerful truth: you are already creating that freedom. With every action you take, every lesson you learn, every mindset shift you embrace, you are unlocking more and more of the financial freedom that will allow you to live life as you've always dreamed. So where do you go from here? You keep going. You keep learning, growing, and building. You keep adjusting your sails, staying open to new opportunities, and making decisions that align with your values and goals. Your path to wealth isn't just about the destination, it's about the journey, the person you become along the way, and the impact you have on others. As you walk this path, know that you are never alone. Every step you take is one step closer to the life of abundance and freedom you've always desired. And as you continue to build wealth, whether financially, personally, or emotionally, remember that the best is always yet to come. The future is yours to create. Each decision you make today is paving the way for a life of prosperity, purpose, and impact. Keep believing in yourself, keep taking action, and keep moving forward. Because the journey to wealth isn't just about the money, it's about the life you create along the way. And as you take your next step, know this: your potential is limitless. Your success is inevitable. Keep building, keep growing. The wealth you desire is already in motion. This journey, it's just getting started. The best chapters are yet to be written, and you're the one writing them. So take that next step with confidence. Your future of wealth, freedom, and fulfillment is waiting, and it's already yours to create. As you continue to forge your path forward, let's take a deeper look at something essential: the art of refining your strategy. Wealth building isn't a one-size-fits-all formula. It's a constantly evolving process, and what works today might not work tomorrow. This is why the wealthiest individuals don't simply rely on a single strategy. They stay adaptable, constantly refining their approach based on new information, changing markets, and evolving goals. You might think that once you reach a certain point of success, you've figured it all out, but here's the truth. Wealth building is a lifelong process of growth and adaptation. It's about learning, tweaking, and improving over time. Just like with any skill, the more you practice and refine your strategy, the more efficient and effective you become. Ask yourself, how can I make my current strategies more effective? Are there new opportunities or resources I haven't tapped into yet? Maybe it's time to diversify further, or perhaps you're ready to explore new types of investments, whether that's real estate, stocks, or even launching your own business. The point is to never stop evolving. Wealth building requires constant learning and openness to change. This approach is something the wealthy understand on a deep level, the power of reinvention. They know that true wealth isn't just about accumulating, it's about evolving. Just as businesses need to innovate to stay competitive, you too need to innovate with your financial strategies, your habits, and your goals. And here's the beauty of this process: it makes the journey exciting. There's no final destination in wealth building. It's a lifelong adventure. With every new strategy you refine, every lesson you learn, you add new layers to your success. And in doing so, you'll find that wealth building becomes not just a financial pursuit, but an ongoing opportunity to grow as a person. Another key to your continued success is financial resilience. Life happens and markets fluctuate, but wealth isn't about avoiding those moments, it's about how you handle them. Resilience is the ability to maintain your focus and commitment, no matter what obstacles appear. When the market dips, when investments don't pan out, or when personal setbacks arise, resilience is what allows you to stay grounded and make rational decisions. Building resilience means understanding that setbacks are temporary. They don't define your future. The wealthy view challenges as opportunities to test their strategies, reassess their goals, and come up with creative solutions. Rather than seeing failure as the end, they see it as part of the process. They take the lessons learned and move forward with even more determination. One critical aspect of financial resilience is having an emergency fund, a safety net that helps you weather any financial storms. It gives you the peace of mind to make decisions without panic and allows you to take calculated risks without putting your financial future in jeopardy. Having an emergency fund isn't just a safety measure. It's a confidence booster that frees you to focus on long-term goals without constantly worrying about the what-ifs. But as you build this resilience, it's important to remember that wealth building is also about joy. Yes, it's about discipline, consistency, and strategy, but it's also about living a life you love. Wealth isn't just for accumulating, it's for creating a life of freedom, adventure, and purpose. The wealthiest people don't just accumulate money for the sake of it, they use it as a tool to live life fully. So take time to enjoy the journey, take pride in your achievements, celebrate the progress you've made and the lessons you've learned. Don't get so caught up in the pursuit of wealth that you forget to live. The joy comes from the balance, the ability to work hard toward your goals while also enjoying the present moment. It's also important to stay humble in your pursuit of wealth. Humility allows you to recognize that there's always something more to learn. It helps you stay open to new ideas, and it keeps you grounded when success comes your way. The most successful wealth builders are often the most humble. They don't boast or take their success for granted. They stay focused on their goals and continue to put in the work. And as you continue to build, always ask yourself, what's next? Wealth building doesn't end when you reach a certain financial milestone. It's about expanding your horizons and constantly asking, what more can I create? How can I elevate my life and the lives of others? By constantly asking this question, you will find that the opportunities around you are limitless. You'll find yourself constantly inspired and motivated to take your wealth to new heights, to push beyond your limits, and to dream bigger than ever before. Here's one final thought to guide you on your journey. Your wealth is a reflection of the value you bring to the world. It's not just about how much you can accumulate, it's about the impact you make. Whether that's through your business, your investments, or the ways you contribute to your community, your wealth is a tool that can help elevate others. The more value you bring, the more your wealth will grow. As you build wealth, think about how you can bring more value into the world. How can you use your skills, your time, and your resources to help others? How can you create opportunities that others can take advantage of? By thinking this way, you not only expand your wealth, you create a legacy of abundance and impact. The best part of this journey is that it's yours. You have the power to shape your future, to create a life of financial freedom, and to impact the world in ways that are meaningful and lasting. So keep moving forward. Keep taking those steps toward your goals, keep refining your strategies, and most importantly, keep believing in the possibilities that lie ahead. The road is long, but it's filled with potential. And with every step you take, you're one step closer to the life you've always dreamed of. The journey continues, and you, my friend, are ready for whatever comes next. Your future is waiting, and it's brighter than you could ever imagine. Keep going, keep growing, keep building. The best is yet to come. As you continue to move forward, remember that wealth is not just something that's built with money, it's built with the mindset and habits that support it. Every choice, every decision you make today is a building block for your future. And while it may seem that you've already put in so much effort, there is always more to discover, more layers to uncover. Each day is another opportunity to grow and push yourself further. Now let's talk about building the right kind of relationships. Wealth building isn't only about financial strategies or smart investments, it's also about the people you surround yourself with. The wealthiest individuals don't get to where they are by working in isolation. They build networks of like-minded people who share similar values and ambitions. They understand that collaboration, partnerships, and mentorship are key ingredients in long-term success. Who you surround yourself with has a profound impact on your own mindset. Are you surrounding yourself with people who inspire you, people who challenge you to think bigger, people who support your goals and cheer you on? Or are you surrounding yourself with negativity, doubt, and limitations? This is a crucial question. As you continue to build your wealth, consciously choose to spend your time with people who align with your vision of success, who encourage you to think beyond your current circumstances. Just as importantly, remember that relationships aren't just about what you can take, they're about what you can give. One of the greatest ways to elevate yourself and your wealth-building journey is by being generous with your knowledge, resources, and time. Share what you know, support others in their journey, and give back to those who need it. Not only will this help others, but it will also enrich your life and expand your network in ways you never expected. And here's a powerful truth: wealth doesn't exist in a vacuum. The wealthiest people understand that their success is intertwined with the success of others. They support their communities, contribute to their industries, and create positive change in the world around them. By giving back, you're not just contributing to others' success, you're setting yourself up for even greater success. When you pour into others, you begin to realize that your wealth is part of something much larger. It's a reflection of your values, your purpose, and the impact you wish to make. Now, let's shift gears and talk about financial freedom again, because it's a core pillar of your journey. Financial freedom isn't just about having a large bank account, it's about having the ability to live life on your terms. It's the ability to wake up every day and make choices based on what you truly want to do, not out of necessity, but out of desire. It's the freedom to spend your time how you choose, whether that's traveling the world, pursuing a passion project, or simply spending more time with family and friends. And here's something important to keep in mind. Financial freedom doesn't mean complete detachment from money, it means mastering it. The wealthy know that money is a tool, not the goal. Their wealth allows them to live freely, to make decisions without constant concern for bills or debt, and to create opportunities to live in alignment with their values. That's the essence of financial freedom. It gives you the power to live the life you want, with the peace of mind that your financial foundation is secure. But this kind of freedom isn't just about accumulating assets, it's about managing your money wisely. It's about being intentional with your resources. You don't have to live extravagantly to be free. Instead, you need to be strategic, smart, and disciplined. The wealthiest individuals understand that real freedom comes from the management of their resources, not the endless pursuit of more. As you continue your journey, remember that your freedom is built by the smart choices you make with what you have, not by always striving for more, but by leveraging the resources you've already created. That brings us to financial independence, the ultimate goal for so many on the path to wealth. Financial independence is the moment when you no longer need to rely on traditional sources of income to sustain your lifestyle. You've built a system where your investments, your assets, and your smart decisions provide the cash flow you need to live comfortably. This is the ultimate form of freedom. When you're financially independent, your time is truly yours. You're no longer chained to a job or a paycheck. Instead, you're free to pursue your passions, your dreams, and whatever else fills you with purpose. It's important to understand that financial independence takes time and effort. It requires patience, planning, and a long-term view. But the beauty of this process is that it's not just about having enough money to never work again. It's about creating a lifestyle that's aligned with your values and desires. Once you reach this stage, you'll realize that wealth is not the end goal, it's the means to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. And as you look ahead, there's something even more powerful waiting for you: the opportunity to leave a lasting legacy. A legacy is more than just financial wealth. It's about the impact you've made on the world, the lessons you've passed down, and the way you've used your resources to improve the lives of others. Whether it's through your family, your business, or your charitable efforts, your legacy will reflect the values that have guided you throughout your life. Think about the kind of legacy you want to leave. What do you want to be remembered for? What lessons do you want to pass down to the next generation? How can you use your wealth and influence to make the world a better place? This is the ultimate power of wealth, the ability to create a legacy that transcends your own life. As you continue to build, remember that true wealth is measured by the difference you make. It's not just about how much you have, but about how much you've given, how much you've helped others, and how you've used your resources to elevate those around you. By focusing on creating a life of impact and contribution, your wealth will not only grow, but it will evolve into something much deeper and more fulfilling. Your journey is ongoing, and every step you take is shaping the future you want to create. The power is in your hands, and you are already on your way to building a life of freedom, wealth, and legacy. You've embraced the wealth mindset, and as you continue to take action, refine your strategies, and stay committed to your goals, the future you desire will unfold before you. Keep your focus on your vision, stay grounded in your values, and remember that you are capable of achieving incredible things. The road ahead is filled with opportunities, and every step you take brings you closer to a life of abundance, fulfillment, and prosperity. The best is yet to come. Your future is waiting for you, and it's more magnificent than you could ever imagine. The journey continues, and with every step you are building the life of your dreams. Keep going, the world is yours to create. As you continue down this transformative path, keep in mind that success is a mindset. The wealth mindset you're developing is not just about managing money or making smart investments. It's about shifting the way you think about life itself. The most successful people understand that wealth doesn't just come from what you have, it comes from how you think and how you approach every aspect of your life. At the heart of this mindset is the understanding that everything is interconnected. Your financial success is not separate from your personal development. The habits you cultivate, the goals you set, the relationships you nurture, they all contribute to your wealth. They all shape the person you become and the opportunities that come your way. So the more you invest in yourself, your knowledge, your emotional resilience, your health, the more your financial success will naturally follow. But let's dive into something even deeper: wealth and happiness. The connection between the two is often misunderstood. Many people think wealth is the answer to happiness, but in reality, wealth is a tool that can enhance your life, not guarantee fulfillment. True happiness doesn't come from accumulating possessions or living a life of luxury. It comes from living in alignment with your values, from finding meaning in what you do, and from having the freedom to make choices that reflect who you truly are. As you continue to build wealth, remember this: wealth amplifies your current state of being. If you're living a life filled with gratitude, purpose, and joy, wealth will simply amplify that. But if you're chasing wealth for the wrong reasons, out of fear, insecurity, or a need to prove something, it will never bring lasting happiness. Wealth is not the end goal, it's the tool you use to create a life that is fulfilling and aligned with your values. So as you continue to build your financial future, take time to reflect on what truly brings you joy. What do you want to do with your wealth? Is it simply to accumulate more, or is it to create a life of freedom, purpose, and joy? Wealth gives you the ability to design your life in a way that aligns with your deepest desires. Use that power wisely. Another powerful truth is that the journey to wealth is a journey of self-discovery. Along the way, you will learn a great deal about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your fears, and your desires. You'll discover what truly drives you and what holds you back. And as you gain a deeper understanding of who you are, you'll be better equipped to make decisions that align with your vision of prosperity. Embrace this process of self-discovery. Understand that the challenges you face, the setbacks you encounter, and the moments of doubt are all opportunities for growth. They are helping you become the person you need to be in order to manage and enjoy the wealth that's coming your way. Each obstacle is a lesson, and with each lesson you become more capable of handling the wealth and success that await you. As you reflect on your path, remember that wealth building is not just about money, it's about freedom. Wealth gives you the freedom to make choices that align with your purpose, to take risks that others may shy away from, and to live life on your own terms. But this freedom isn't just about financial independence, it's about emotional and mental freedom as well. It's about freeing yourself from limiting beliefs, from fear of failure, from societal expectations, and from the pressure to live a life that's dictated by others. When you reach a place of financial freedom, you're no longer bound by these constraints. You can create a life that reflects your truest desires. This is what wealth really offers: freedom. Freedom to live fully, to create without limits, and to pursue what truly matters. As you continue on this journey, know that the choices you make today are setting the stage for the freedom you will experience tomorrow. And with that freedom comes the opportunity to create not just wealth, but a life that is rich in meaning, joy, and purpose. So as you continue to build, don't just focus on the money. Focus on the life you're creating with that money. Focus on the freedom it will bring, the choices it will allow you to make, and the legacy it will leave behind. The true value of wealth is in how it enhances your life and the lives of others. And here's one last piece of wisdom. Wealth is not a destination, it's a journey of growth. Every day you're evolving, learning, and becoming more skilled in managing your resources, building your assets, and creating opportunities. But even more importantly, you're becoming a person who can handle the wealth that comes with the mindset you're developing. So keep going, keep learning, keep refining, keep believing. The future you are creating is yours, and it's waiting for you to step into it. The wealth you are building is just the beginning. It's the foundation for a life of purpose, freedom, and impact. You've already taken the first step, and with every action you take from here on out, you're getting closer to the life you desire. The best is yet to come, and with your wealth mindset, your future is filled with limitless potential. The journey is yours to shape. Keep going. The path to prosperity is unfolding with every step you take, and you are more than capable of walking it. You are the creator of your future, and your future is brighter than you could ever imagine. Keep walking, and remember, this journey is just the beginning.